Hello and welcome to KGS. So you got 6K versus 5K. I am black, finally! After the long streak of being white, it feels good to be black. See if we can get back into the swing of things after the long holiday break. Chinese versus Orthodox? Is that what we're doing? Chinese versus Orthodox, huh? If he plays here, Chinese, of course. If he plays up here, I think that's actually bad direction. Ah! Kobayashi. That's what he's looking to do, is do some sort of Kobayashi if I just back off. So let's do that. I haven't played Kobayashi in a long time. Kobayashi is usually one of these two because it's looking to pincer develop this and this at the same time. So I will do... Oh, do I remember the ladder variations or not? I feel like I have to do this now. I feel like this is definitely the right direction. I also switched monitors. I'm not playing over here anymore. I'm playing on this one. Oh, he's doing the nice variation. Wow. Okay, I'll take it. This variation is just, I want to settle, I want to take the top side. Actually, with this, I can probably come in here yet. And now it's up to him. I think for him, he should probably play a move in here just to kind of solidify the top side. But if he does that, then I'm going to come over here. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to mute XSplit. Shoot. Well, I'm muting it now. So I'll apologize for not muting XSplit. Well, we'll see how the audio is on XSplit, and then I'll either cut that out or not. So we should have game time, or we should have game sounds from here on out. So I think he's at a loss for what direction he should go to. I'm pretty sure that he knows that if he comes in here and I push him, like if he splits, he can make a base. All right. That's weird. So I kind of want to play here. Because by playing here, I'm threatening to make this whole big thing. Maybe I should do this first. Would he let me do this? Up, up. Oh man, if he keeps doing that, I can eventually descend then. He has this attachment. That's what I'm wondering. Well, if he goes here, I can still do some sort of capping stuff. And as long as I have this extension, the corner is still fine with me. This group is relatively safe now, which makes me want to take this, because then he can't get the extension off of that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Again, with this, I'm threatening to take the entire right side. So I think he may want to come in here, or at least maybe play in here, on the sector line somewhere in here. This book I'm reading right now. I read the third one over Christmas break, and for my level, it was almost a little too easy. I know for problems you're supposed to do, it should take you like 10 to 30 seconds per problem. And that's about, actually maybe it's more about my level. This one's definitely taken me a lot longer, the fourth one, because they're more difficult, right? But also this one doesn't have as many Tsuji problems. There's a lot more direction of play and what's the correct shape and those sort of semi-subjective type things. With this, I think I want to make him live in the corner. That's what this move does, because then he can go here, I can do this, and then I can have all of this. Which makes base here really hard, and then I can probably do this and try and develop this whole left side. If I do this, doesn't give him Aju, but he has a lot of room to run here. If I do this, we can do the whole cross-cutting variation thing where he makes Sabaki here, and I really don't want him to do that. I want to develop all of this if I can, so I'm going to play here. Again, he should just play here. He lives in the corner. However, this is just a probe. He doesn't need to respond to this now. But this tells him that I want to develop this whole thing. So at this point, maybe he wants to do something else over here. And actually, it might be too slow for him to do that right now, for him to live in the corner. I think he should take that as the probe for what it is and saying, okay, he wants this stuff, and now come and play on the sector line. I think that's the appropriate way that he should respond now. Alright, so he's said... Okay, so good that he left it alone because he can always come back and live here now. I don't think I like this. Because again, I'm gonna develop this whole thing. So if I shoulder hit, this is actually pretty nice. I can eventually get an extension here. This sort of thing, he wouldn't want to kick. He'd probably just defend the corner. And then I can develop up like that. But I think I need to lean on this a little bit, trying to coax him into coming in here. And while he's coming in here, I might be able even to get an extra move on the corner and prevent him from living there. I want to shoulder hit this thing. If he pushes up, I will follow. If he then comes back to connect, I can turn. And then this is, getting pretty big. He of course can play along this line, but since I have a base over here, also have access to the center. However, he should be able to shoulder hit this thing, it looks like. And get some strength, so he might be able to get this sort of points. I'm gonna play this, because again, I want to build the outside influence to work with this outside influence. If he pushes up, that could be dangerous. If he pushes up more than twice, and if he keeps going, I can descend. And then, you know, maybe I don't want to do that. Okay, good. Maybe I want to let him get 4th line right here. If I push one more time, does he connect? Well, if he cuts, I can descend, right? Atari up, connect, descend. Yeah, I'm gonna push one more time here. He might be actually he might be okay pushing up here first and then jumping, because I don't think I can push through and cut. Cut. He just connects. I can get that, so I need to pull back and connect here. Okay, so he's gonna do that. Behinds, I cut. There's this Atari and then extend. That's Atari, Atari. Then I can actually, you know what? Maybe I want to do that. If he goes here, I would cut. If he goes here, I will Atari and let him get that. Because I want to build this nice wall here. Giving up a couple more points is not a big deal for me. If he goes here, I cut. He will probably give that stone up. I doubt he would do that because then he's on the run. So if he does Hane, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna leave this alone for now. I want him to Hane here because then I can force him to capture this sort of thing. If he Hanes, he's just dead. He needs to cut. That would be Atari, capture. Then I can fix and have this whole thing. Okay, cool. What if I cap this and just make it even bigger? Extend my sector line, because then if he does do this, because then I have this sort of thing going. And then when he does that, I can actually do, you know what? Yeah. I don't know if I'm being clear with that. But he Hanes, I cut. He Ataris, I extend. He goes here. I play here. He Ataris this. He of course saves his 2 stones, and he captures. But then I can get this Atari. And then I have this stone, this stone, this stone, and this stone here. And then after all this, I can even just connect here and Gote. And then I got this giant wall facing all this influence as well. Looking to swallow up anything in this area. That's what I'm looking to do anyways. Alright. So that's putting a lot of pressure on this group, and he will be able to cap and or throw in. Let's see, if I jump out here and he caps from this side, I will probably just do that sort of thing. But I do kind of want to save it. I think it's big enough that I should save it. What about playing here instead? If I can get all of... Oh god, I'm so greedy. If I can get all of this, I'll be happy. How in danger is this group? Having that on both sides is pretty big. Could do the little piddly thing here, but that just helps him make shape, so... jump away from the thickness. This actually... maybe this one would be good, because it might set up some sort of invasion over here. Nah, I gotta minimize this, so let's do this. For this one, he might want to get a small extension over here, I think. If he gets any sort of extension, it's pretty much his whole corner. So this is just protecting my group. If he jumps out with me, then I will come over and approach, I think. Now that's interesting, because that gives him an extra move here for this whole capping thing. Because then if I do this, he can connect to that instead of doing whatever else he wants to do. So it gives him a little bit of a lead. If I just do this, then what? That's very interesting. I thought he would either do this or, you know, do some sort of third line stuff here. Because even if he does this, well, now that I have this move, it doesn't quite work. But I was going to say, he could still make a 2-space base and then run a little bit, even though it's in my influence. This would eliminate all that high shenanigans. What does he do next? Does he attach? And then I just extend. If your group is strong, extend. If your group is weak, Hane, right? Because if you do that, then it doesn't let him have the Aji, and then he has to work for it. So I think I'm gonna... Again, so this was a poke at the Hane. I couldn't cut at that point. So I'm just gonna make the connection here. This cut, of course, doesn't work. If he pokes up here, what is that looking to do? It's looking to poke through here and eliminate that stone. Interesting. Interesting. What if I poke here? If I just block this and he cuts, I can Atari, and it's just dead. So he can't cut directly. He can poke at it and then cut. I think I'm just going to do this. With the elephant's eye here, I think for him, it would have been better for him to do this. Of course, I would just back off here. Why am I trying to save these? I said before that I want him to capture them, but I guess I changed my mind. If he would have played the elephant's eye himself, then I would have played this move. And if he would cut here, I would just Atari. He wouldn't cut there because no, then he could connect, right? Yeah, so I would just Atari that myself and then come back to attack this stone. Boy, he's playing all the weird moves. So he's looking to slowly get out, I think, is what he's doing. If he just goes here, I'll follow because I'm getting 4th line stuff here. And I'm gonna do this, I think. If he pushes, I'll block. If he pushes here, I'll block here. So he can get a little bit of strength here. There's the attachment. So as I said, I just want to do this, right? If I Hane, he can cross cut. And then I can Atari, he can Atari this. And Atari this and get a lot of strength. So I'm just gonna do this. I don't want him cross cutting. This also undercuts the base unless he extends with me. Yeah, I'm still undercutting him. This will allow me to do that. So I will do this, and he'll what? Block up, and then I can come back and take the whole corner. Yeah, this is too small right now. I don't want to do that. This will prevent him from going out, but then he gets this extension. He has a lot more shape then. So I'm going to do this. With this move, I'm also setting up this sort of move. Attaching, okay. If I Hane, again, he has the cross cut, which means he can get some more shape, so I don't want to do that. If I push here, can he Hane here? I can Hane back, and then he can do this sort of thing. Cut, Atari, do this. If I just pull back, he can get this move. So I need to do this, I think. Just trying to keep his shape not so great while solidifying my own points. If he plays any of these moves, that activates this cut. However, I may actually try to seal him in with a move like this. So if he does cut, it's not a big deal. I can just run to this group. Alright, you're making shape. If I poke up and cut, he can get this cut. I can extend, and then he's got, you know, the makings of a decent eye shape. However, if I clamp, what happens? Goes here, then I do this, then he cuts. If he pulls back, I can do this one. I think this is the move right now. If he Hanes, I can Atari and Atari. Atari and... Wait, what? Hane, Atari, fix. I think this is a good move good time to clamp. If he does this, I can Atari and fix. This also breaks up the table shape. I was thinking about the poke here, of course, but then he could just connect, and then I'm kind of in trouble. If I just Hane, he can Hane back. If I push through and cut, he can get this move. He'll give up that stone, and then he'll have these two tiger's mouth sort of shapes. Again, this is just collapsing the shape. What happens if he cuts here? If he cuts here, I Atari and extend. Atari. And descend for him, I would turn here, he would go here, and then he would capture those two stones. But then I've killed this stuff off. And I've got a lot of potential here. Maybe I will let him live small here. Well, actually, if he descends, maybe I'll just do this. There might be some potential to connect to this stone. We will have to see. Alright, so you are giving up on this situation for now. Taking the corner enclosure. Are you giving up on this? So if I connect any of this stuff, it's basically game over. Or if I even just extend this out. Because if he tries jumping, I can always seal him in. So he's looking to get this sort of extension on my stuff. So maybe I will respond here. Or do I want to make sure all this stuff is dead? This would be a you have to live here now type of move. What if he clamps me? If he clamps me, I'll probably play here. And then he can get this move for free. And then he extends. He can actually probably get some decent shape going yet. Maybe I want to jump out here, actually. I'm gonna do this. This prevents the clamp. If he clamps, I can do this. If he cuts, I can get this Atari. Alright, so you're gonna do a rush invasion. I will oblige. Iron Pillar style. I think this move is necessary. You are gonna cut. If I do this and you cut here, I do this. Do you descend? Looking to link with that. I still have the wedge though. Okay, I think he is looking to do this cut. If he Ataris this way. No, he can't Atari that way. I'll just capture. That's kind of what I thought you'd do. Now, if you go in here, if I do this and you go here, I can wedge in here. You can Atari. Yeah, I think I can do this, right? If he does this, I can... Nope, I need to do something else. I can't do this because he can poke up and cut. If I do this, that kills the corner. It's also Sente. It forces him to capture this and live small here. And then I can do things like this and try to get all the points over here. This is pretty big. This also threatens to capture that. If he ever connects here, can I wedge here? Not before doing this. I have to do this first. What else can I do here? Jump? Nope. Cut. That cut is a problem. If I go here, That goes there. He goes here. I still have 3 liberties. I can play this move then. I need to know if this works. Does this work? Honey. Clamp. Descend. Cut. Atari. Extend. Atari. No, that doesn't quite work. So I don't want to clamp. So I have this Tetris shape looking thing here with 2 moves here. I have 1, 2, 3 liberties here. If I go this move, he would what, Hane, and then I can do this move. That would be Atari and dead. So I don't want to do that. I would have to do that move. It's still Atari and dead. It looks like we're playing here. So it looks like I'm gonna give this up by playing a move like this, I think, or this. If I just extend here and eat Hanes and I Hane back, maybe I want to extend, actually. Because he needs to pull this back, and then I can do this connection here. If he ever does this, I can do that. Cut, Atari. Because now if he does a cut or a double Hane, oh, interesting. I, of course, can capture, and then he can double Hane. I think capture is better than this, because he has to poke here, and then I'll get that anyway. So let's do this. What do you do, sir? If you go here, what do I do? Then I have this move, Atari, there, and then I can get this move. Again, I might be giving this up, that's fine. But if I can seal this whole thing in the process and get like moves like this, and then lean on this to get the rest of it, it might be worth it. You are going to cut there. Well, interesting. If I go here, he can Atari this, forcing me to capture. He can then do this move. I'm so tempted. Let's see. I want to Atari this. Atari. No, because he can do this. If I play here, he can actually play this, capture, pull back. I play this move. You know what? I don't think I want to play this anymore. Kind of want to do this. Allow me to do this. And this, which threatens that, so he'll need to come back and do something. I am going to let him capture those. Because this is Sente against these. He needs to do something about it. Even just Atariing this would be fine. Which allows me to get this. And then I can get this. To capture all of that. I can also get this. Would he Atari that? Yeah, he might Atari that. This prevents him from the corner, but I think I want to do this and this. So let's do this. Force him to capture. And then play this move to kill the corner. Or play this move to kill off that stone. Still a lot of audio with that stone, actually. I'm going to play this. If he connects here, I will be okay with that. He can still... I think he can still live here with this. This would be a good time for him to take that, I think. So maybe I should have come back and done... well, we'll see. So, yeah. Like I said, he can still do this. And again, that may be the time to do that. Does not look like it. If I play here, Atari... This is threatening to save that. If he captures that, I can fix this anyways. I'll just play here. Remove the Aji. Again, there's a lot of Atari stones, which then he can use to get this stone out. Potentially run to that. One of these 2 corners he needs to do. Either attaching here or even sliding here would be good. What do I do about that? Just block here. If he does this, I can wedge up. If he pokes through, I can cut. Atari, and just go up. He's of course getting this, which is kind of dampening this, but then he's getting all that. If I play here, he goes through, I Hane. Can he Hane back? Connect, do that, do this, descend, and then I can turn, you know, I might be able to give that stone up, and then descend with it to, or Hane with it, and then even just do a move like this to turn. He'll get all this, but then I can start working on this whole thing as well. I think that is the better way to do it. Work to use these stones. Of course, when I get Sente back, it's going to be to take a big Gote point. So maybe that's not such a good thing. I kind of want to just turn here and take all this. That's starting to push through, so let's do that. Interesting. Are you sure about that? This is probably a bad move, I just don't know what to do. He's gonna get this cap now, which is gonna be very detrimental to this group. He's poking through. That's interesting. I'll just do this. So this group only has 1 eye right now. And there's the cap. This is looking to do stuff like that. Do I want to use the influence here, or do I want to give it up? I want to... Because I really can't attack this anymore, unfortunately. I can cap and just let him get it, but I kind of want to destroy his corner. Let's do this. Let's attack these stones. some sort of attachment and pulling back. Will he Hane here? He could probably Hane there, can't he? And even cut. That allows him to poke there. Let's just do this. And then I can seal off the rest of the center with this move, it looks like. Poking here, looks like that kind of works. He can, of course, get that move, but this will help me seal this stuff in. Unfortunately, now this is getting really, really big. You know, kind of want to shoulder hit this. Yeah, let's do that. Can he even wedge here? Well, if he does, I'll just do that. So this got really big. About as big as this got, unfortunately. He lived relatively small over here, but he's got this whole upper side. And so it's going to come down to, is this bigger than this? I think he's looking to cut. If he cuts here, I'll just, ooh, interesting. This could be dangerous. I can cut and then go through here. If I just play here, what happens? I'll just do this, I think. If he pokes, I'll go here. If he tries cutting, then I will Atari and let him get that stone. And then my guys are connected out. So I was gonna say, I successfully sealed most of this stuff in, at least. Is that an overplay? What happens if I play here? I need another move first. I'll just attach. Oh, interesting. You don't even have to do that, though, sir. If I pull back here, he can pull back there, and then I can turn here. If he goes with it, I can cut. Atari, and then he fixes, and then it's... No, he doesn't even have to do that. Shoot. What if I Hane? Atari... Hane. This is really bad. Blah, blah, blah. Terrible. Big Moyos are so hard to hold on to. There's still this corner up here that I need to seal in. I can also take away part of his corner here. And there's pokes and attachments I can do yet too. Actually, if he does any sort of cutting thing, maybe I will cut back. Because if he captures... Oh, that's double Atari then. Never mind. Oh, just be nice, please. Just connect. Just connect. Be nice. Nope. Is that a mistake? Can you live with this stuff here? Because if you capture that, I then Atari you. Whoa, what? I'll just play here, I guess. What is going on? What am I not seeing? Anyways, I still have access here. I can do a little bit of damage. So these don't really count as points. Still got a ton of fourth line up here. I need to resolve this corner. That's threatening this connection here. If I do this, I can get this Atari, and capture all that. So this is... That was not a good poke. Because now I have Sente. I can even make it second eye directly here. If you would have poked here, then I would have had to do something. But now I can make a big move. I'm not really worried about that. Because I can make a second eye. Just like that. And now that stone getting cut off has no bearing on the rest of the game. In fact, I can now push up here, it looks like. This is still going to be pretty big. I need to do some major reduction on it. Yeah, it's pretty big. I guess. I'm looking to do some sort of pushing up here. Because it looks like I'll be able to get some stuff. If you Atari, I Atari, and connect. So you'll have to connect this way. Interesting. But then I get more liberties taken off of this one. Are you sure about that? He's looking to cut off these couple of stones, I think. That's kind of the result. Let's see, he pokes through here. Oh, he doesn't. So if I do this, and then he cuts, then I can Atari and it's just dead. It's self-Atari for him to do that, so he can't. So if I poke and Hane, he can Hane back, and then I can get this. That's again self-Atari. Now it's not. Unless I cut here, then I can get this move. Still self-Atari, you would have to capture. Cut. This is not Atari, that'd be dead. So I'm gonna cut here for Aji. This is awesome. Then I can play here still to get rid of this point. If he descends, then I connect. If he captures, I'll play here. That was actually quite a big reduction. If he plays here now, what happens? Nah, I need to play this now. And then I'll play... Can you play this now? Well, if he plays this now, I just Atari this, right? No, I have to... What if I connect here? And then he plays this. Then I Atari, and it's dead. I'll just connect here. That's fine. That was quite a big reduction of that. Oh, no, it wasn't. Because it was just these... Never mind. Never mind. Wasn't that big. I think this is bigger. And even getting some stuff in here is probably bigger too. And even Hane. If I play this move, what happens? Atari, connect. Because if he Ataris, he can even throw in and then Atari it again. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties, and this thing is now a triangle, empty triangle. So the question is, can I play here? Well, this will give me an eye in the corner, actually. Can I hunt here? Then he can throw in. So I will do... Well, he can then do this, of course, but then I have to come back and do something. This allows me to also poke out. I'll do this. He can play here to prevent the eye. No, he can't, because then I could just play this. I think I need to do this just to make sure that this thing can't Atari that. Again, if he plays that, I'll play this. If he plays this, I'll capture, and then I have an eye. Yeah, alright. So this got reduced quite a bit yet. We can still do some more from this stuff, and even poking up in here. I still have the ability to potentially poke through and cut this stuff off. Maybe even cut here directly. This cut's a problem. If he Ataris that, I can go up like this. He can play here. It's not quite a crane's nest, but there might be some potential to connect out to this stuff. Let's see, and even get like a, I'll have this move, and then I can even connect here. And if he pokes up, this would be a tiger's mouth, which means I can connect here, looks like. Or get awfully close. This cut's a big problem for him. Alright, looking like we're doing that then, huh? Yeah, I'll deal with it. If you cut, I just capture. This means you can get that, I guess, but it doesn't do anything, so I'll block it this way. So if there's any Ko's, there's just a couple Ko threats, but that's okay. Okay, so now this thing has 3 eyes. This cut is still a problem. Looking to poke through that, I guess, but that does prevent me from doing that, which is kind of sad. Is there any other bigger stuff, though? Should I try this cut? See what happens? Get this move first. Poke through, block, cuts. I need to do that. This stone being Atari means you can go cut, and then, yeah, there might be some issues. So I'll just block it, call it good. And now that he's in Buyomi, that's a good thing for me. Alright, so this is a Sente play for him. If I play here, actually I can get this and this, it looks like. And then I'll have that, of course. I'm gonna poke in here. For him to capture it, of course. And then I can Atari this. Oh, he's gonna do that right away, huh? He cuts, capture, no. I'll just play the solid move. I mean, it is Sente, so he is able to play that first. He can capture, I can Atari this to force him to do that. And then there's this, just, he's not going to do that, though. If I play here, I'm probably better off. Do I need to, though? Yeah, kinda, I guess. Does this cut a thing now? There's some big Aji with this stuff up here. I'm gonna poke here. I don't think this cuts a thing anymore because this is basically sealed in right now. So I'll poke here, and if he just blocks this way, then I will cut here. Because then it does work. With that cut, either I get these 2 stones, or I get these 3 stones. Both are good for me. I think he's worried about losing these instead, but I'm really aiming at this and this. And there's still the ability to poke in here as well. You are going to block that. Well, then I'm going to cut here. Ooh. He used to Buyomi for that. Alright then. So if he tires me up, I just follow. If he then plays a move like this, I play here. He can of course cut there, which will be Atari, and then I can Atari. Oh, he is going to do that. At least for reducing up another point, that is. If he just plays here, then I can wedge in here and make a crane's nest. If he plays here, I can play... Okay, he's going to do that. If I play here, what happens? Oh, I wish I could I'm gonna look at this in review, because there is a lot of stuff I could potentially do in here. If I play here, he of course can cut. I can then Atari, and I'm gonna use one. Here, he plays here. I can... I really want to get this stuff. I'm just gonna play here though. Yeah, because I think I could play something like this, and then if he ends up saving those, then I could get like a clamp on here or something. Alright, so Atari, although it doesn't really matter, does it? Get this Atari instead and connect? Nah, I'll just connect here. That was unnecessary, but alright. So, it turns out I was able to reduce this quite a bit, which is good. It says the potential to cut those off, so that's threatening this. This is now reduced down to no points. Very, very good. Very good. I can now poke through here, I can poke through here. What else can we do for points? This is a point for him. I can Atari that stone. He can capture that, I can capture that. I think the correct move is just to do this. If he descends, I can Atari it. This, of course, makes that. That is threatening this double Atari thing, so if I just capture, I'm fine. I'll play here. There's this Atari, of course, and then I capture. If he connects here, I Atari. Doesn't look like he's going to do that. Alright. I will poke. And poke. This, of course, connects to either side, so it doesn't matter. Then there's this one. There's also this one, too. Cool, he agrees. Awesome. Is there anything else I can do? Nope, we'll just call it good. Yeah, that looks like it's about it. Looks like I won by about 5 or 6 points. 4.5 points. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or feedback, please leave them below. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.